Okay. Hello, hello. It's Layla,
It's Tina.
and this is the Reality Podcast.
Yeah.
Favorite long distance besties, or whatever Tina said last week. Um,
Okay.
so we have a super fun topic for you guys. You want to go ahead and tell us what it is? Tell the
So,
audience.
right now we're going to be talking about the concept of earning a living, where that came from. Do we even really need to do that? And
No.
just like our thoughts on it, how we feel about it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Tea. I have my tea. I'm ready to get into the tea.
Me
So
too.
let's just begin.
Period.
Okay. So where to start? I guess we could start with the whole concept of what it means to earn a living or, the cost of living, what that all entails. Because we live in a capitalist society that deems other positions of work as more valuable than others. So we don't really have a fair minimum wage or range for financial freedom. It's really like if you're not in this tax bracket, good luck.
Literally.
So it's a real struggle sometimes, and the idea of it with homelessness and hungry people and stuff, all that is just like ridiculous when we live on this planet with not infinite resources, but enough to sustain everyone. So
Mhm.
it's just crazy. Like, how are we going to combat that? Because the way that we're moving right now, it's not looking too good.
At all. Mm-mm. And then also kind of goes into this idea that we have to like work till we die. That's kind of what you're
Mm.
fed since you were a kid. Like, get a job, earn a living, go to work till you're 65. Hopefully, Social Security is still
I
there.
think they're trying to boost it up to like 70.
What is
You
going on?
didn't know
They don't
that?
want us to win. They don't want us to win. They don't want us to win. Another great reason why we're having this topic.
Exactly, because it's ridiculous. Who wants to be working at that age? Like, I'm supposed to be like in a yacht, in Dubai on a beach being fed mimosas by some young ting, not, slaving around at 70 years old when I probably
Literally.
need a hip injection and a walker.
Mm,
It's not right.
awful
It's not right.
at all.
So, when we get down to the root of the issue, it's really a matter of poverty. And I know in this society, it's so normalized to see, especially like living in New York, I see homeless people like every day.
Same, Atlanta, same.
Yeah. And it's sad. So I think we just normalized it because we had to, like, we had to desensitize ourselves to these things because they're things that we see in our everyday life and we have to just walk past because you don't always have something to give somebody.
Mhm.
But it really shouldn't be not on us to give to somebody, but that should be the damn government's job.
No,
What do you do with
literally. I
homeless
mean,
people?
that's what we pay taxes, right?
Is that not what our taxes are for?
That's not what they're for.
Where are they going towards? You know what? I'm not even going to talk about where they're going
Yeah,
towards. But,
that's a whole other topic.
that's a whole other story. But it is ridiculous to see, especially when we have like this housing crisis and people who have careers can't even afford to pay rent these days. So let alone like homeless people who like really need it. And it's ridiculous to get on like any type of government assisting. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
Um, so I wanted to talk about something that we had already talked about, but just the chat GPT thing
Hmm.
with poverty. Um, do you want to tell them like what you asked ChatGPT?
Oh, about poverty?
Yeah, when
Oh,
you're
okay. So I had to do a project for school and I had asked ChatGPT whether or not that we could reduce the crime rate in the United States and whether we would have a very low crime rate in the United States. And ChatGPT told me no. I said,
first off, that's AI bias. I
hello.
want to say that.
And it said it was like unrealistic. So I think it's very important we address what's actually unrealistic about addressing poverty and crime in the United States.
Mhm.
The fact that we don't, I feel like we all
Right,
know
right.
what is the root cause, but as a people, there's no unification to actually address these issues. So they just continue to fester.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to broaden the scope on what reality is and what's realistic because I think we're just so used to hearing that everything that we could possibly want or need is like unrealistic and unattainable. And I just want to remind everyone that that was not always the case. Like,
It
we
was
did not
not.
always live in a time where we couldn't afford basic necessities like food and housing and clothing. Like, that was not always our reality. So I think we need to really start making more demands as to what is realistic instead of,
Period.
wishing that things could change or acting as if they can't and turning a blind eye because you don't believe that they will. So
Hmm.
I think a mindset shift is really what's needed collectively so that
Yeah.
we can start to have some tangible action to put in towards these ridiculous notions of earning a living. Like, did we not all just multiply on this planet? I didn't have to be here.
Literally. Literally.
Now I
And
have to earn my right to be here.
exactly.
I didn't have to come down here in the first place.
Exactly. And I think the part that's so important too is community wise, you'll often see it perpetuated as well. People say you're not working hard enough to get
Mm-hmm.
to that
You're
bag, to
lazy.
grind. And it's just like,
Hustle
okay,
culture.
the hustle culture, but what are we hustling towards?
Really, because it's like hustling towards like keeping the lights on. Like it's not even like
You know
hustling
what I
towards like
mean?
luxury.
It's
It's
not
like basic necessities that
basic.
everyone should have access to.
That's why people will
Healthcare.
have a Corvette in the hood.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make any
We're not
sense.
doing this right
I
now.
think we definitely do need to address financial literacy
We
as
do.
well.
We do.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
But I think that does tie back into the community of it all because as a community, we have to start, making smarter decisions.
Yes. But also a lot of the things that we're working towards, it's materialistic. None of
Mm.
these things actually help the community on a broader scale. It's more so, how do I look better than you?
Yeah, it's always everybody wanting to escape the hood and have a come up story. Like,
I mean, literally. That's
mm,
like some of the worst things you can tell somebody is, oh, you're broke. Whole time it's the systematic oppression we live in that causes said brokenness. And we're
right.
using that as a means of putting other people down.
Broke is a state of mind for real.
Hello.
And a lot of people are trapped there. That's why, yeah, you may have escaped the hood, but did you really escape the hood? You
Mm-mm.
still acting like you right there on Martin Luther King Boulevard. Like, come on.
Right there.
So we really need to, and I think that just goes along with the mindset shift, our relationship with money, especially because we view money as something that is like this insatiable need that we have to have because
Mhm.
of the value that we've placed in it. But it's really a piece of paper. And I know that's controversial to say because it holds a lot of weight. Like it is very valuable. Like you do need money to live and to sustain yourself and whatever. But it's the relationship that you have with money that is usually the turnout as to how much money you have because
Yes.
it's not just about grinding, just something to chase. Like money, if we're being real, it's clearly in abundance. There are people who are living with money they don't even know what to do with. So
Very
it's really just about figuring out how to attract that because I feel like the mentality that a lot of broke people have is I've never had anything. I'm going to work forever so I can get something. Like it's just always money is something that you've never had and you don't think you'll ever have. So
right.
once you kind of change your mind and decide that money is something you will have in this lifetime because you have a right to abundance, you don't have to
Mhm.
earn abundance, you have a right to
Mhm.
that. That's kind of when the money starts coming in because you start making money
Exactly.
moves.
Period. Hello.
But even when you're broke, like you said, you got the Corvette parked in the hood.
Because that's the thing. Making money is not really the issue. It's sustaining it. It's
Hmm.
sustaining wealth. Like if we even if we're talking about money and capital in America, the people with the highest spending power are Black people.
But where does the money go?
Exactly. Yeah.
My brothers and sisters, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this to you. That Gucci belt on
I'm
top of those
telling you
stacked Macy's jeans, just not where the money needs to go. It's not. Please
at
invest in
all.
neighborhoods, in school and education. Do
Please.
not put that money towards the studio, please, I beg. Unless you're really talented, then go ahead,
Hey, do your thing.
But let's be real.
I just think it's important to have a good mindset with money and how you approach money and to realize that it's something that wants you to.
Exactly. Money wants you
Money
to.
wants you to. I
Let's keep a
promise you
little
that.
affirmation in there.
That too. Because nobody's saying it's, money isn't important. It's just how we approach money, how we deal with money, even how we like we're talking about earning a living, how we speak about money, like it's extremely
Yes.
important to your subconscious because you do not need to earn anything. It's coming to you. Okay?
Period. One way or another. So just be patient, hold it down. This isn't a financial literacy class, but just some tidbits on, having a good relationship with money. I think it's really important for everybody to develop a solid relationship with money. I'm still working on it myself, but I've just already decided that I'm going to be rich in this lifetime. So I
Got
suggest you do
to. Mm-hmm.
too.
That's who she was at an early age.
Hmm I've literally been hearing it since I was a child. So it's like, okay, let me
Yeah.
step into it. I'm going to embody
Embrace.
abundance and wealth. So, yeah. Moving on, I
Second.
thought,
Hmm.
oh, go ahead.
I was saying, I guess we can talk about how we make money and how that experience has been going for us. Like,
Okay. We could talk about that.
hmm. So
Okay.
I
You
guess,
first.
well, fortunately, I don't work that much. So I guess it would have to be you first.
Nepo baby, I swear.
I mean, hey, what my
Okay,
children
well,
like
we could
that.
actually talk about that. I've had a really interesting experience with work, I feel like. Okay, because I have been working since I was 16 years old, I feel like a lot of people start working around that age.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I just never stopped. God help me. But anyways,
Literally.
I have had consistent, inconsistent jobs, I've done everything. I've done
Mhm.
fast food, I've done retail,
Mhm.
grocery, waitressing, and now I work in customer service.
Mercy.
I've probably had a total, I have to cut down my resume. I've had a total, I'm gonna list them because
Hmm.
okay, I worked at McDonald's,
Hmm.
from the ground to the mud. Then I worked at Walgreens. Then I worked at Chili's for like a day, and then I had to hit him with a no call, no show because I hate waitressing. That's my least favorite job.
Yeah.
Um, then I worked at Publix where I quit because of racial profiling. All of those customers were so racist. I was
It's
still living in
definitely
Georgia
the
at the time.
area. It's definitely the
It was the
area.
area,
Yeah.
and they were racist ass white people. Um, Lowe's, Wendy's. Then I
Hmm.
worked another waitressing job with a different level of racist white people because this was a waitressing job for a country club.
Ooh.
So I was serving rich, entitled white people. Oh my
Oh.
God, the stories I could tell about that
Ooh.
specific job. I only worked there for like 2 months and I hated it. Then I started working in like healthcare and customer service, like more upper
Hmm.
age allowance, as much as it's gonna get for my age and resume. But
Period.
you know, and
Yes.
now here I am. So I've worked many jobs.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
20
too.
now, so you can see how long I've been
Yeah.
on the plantation.
Because for me, my first job was at Dunkin' Donuts making $8.50 an hour. Busted my little tail for four.
850 is criminal.
Criminal. And at the time, I remember looking at the number. I was like, oh, okay.
No, you be so hyped. You
I
get your
was
check.
so
I
hyped.
remember getting my little $10 an hour checks, and I'd be like, "Hey, Daryl, it's up, it's up."
But I can say about that job, I did earn a lot of tips. So it kind of did kind of like balance out when it came to the money aspect. But I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. She mentioned Walgreens. I did work at Walgreens.
I got her that job, y'all.
Yeah. I did there briefly. Um, let's see, where else did I work? Walmart. Quit very
Oh,
quickly.
Mark.
I did like a week. I did quit for like a week. Um, Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, okay, you got it.
But
Mm-hmm.
now I've been unemployed for the last year.
Now that is your position. You're an unemployed older daughter. That's your job title.
Yes, that's my job title, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I
So,
can say it is what it is. But go ahead.
what would you say was like your favorite job if you had to pick?
Oh, none. My favorite job is the job I have now.
You got good pay, got benefits.
Girl, please. Yeah,
I'm trying to
everything.
apply.
Benefits, I got
Where do
everything.
I apply?
I'm saying. But I can
No.
say my internship that I worked during the summer, which was customer service, I really enjoyed.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I'm
and that was
going
kind of more
back
in
to
your
it.
field too. Okay,
Hmm.
I love that for you.
Yes.
I literally remember having that feeling like when I was working my first few jobs, I was literally thinking like, damn, do I just not like to work? Like
Hmm.
I hated those jobs so bad. I hated going to work.
Me
It was like
too.
the worst shift ever. It was like that 4 to 10 shift,
Oof.
and it was like 4 days a week. I was like, I hate this job.
Yes.
And there's my favorite job was probably the job I had before this one. I was
Hmm.
working at a hospital. I was working with doctors, and it was really cool. And I didn't really like the job per se, but it was
The
easy enough.
environment.
Pay was good, and I liked my work environment.
Hmm.
So, they fed me all the time.
Mm.
That was really nice. That was the key to my heart.
Hmm.
So everybody was funny and nice. So I loved that job. So
Yeah, definitely.
here we are. I still like my
Same.
current job too, though. Don't get it twisted, but I have my tea to spill.
Period. Let's go. Let's start spilling this tea. Like,
Okay. So yeah, we comprised a list of job horror stories that we thought we could just spill out for you guys because customer service
mm,
is hell. I'm
yeah.
convinced it is the
Hell.
Antichrist. It's hell. Although I do think it's a necessary evil, I will say, because you change as a person when you put on that apron
Mm,
and you work those fryers or you man that register. You
you do.
change as a
You
person.
do
Like,
completely.
I personally believe that everybody should work a customer service job, specifically fast food or retail, for at least 3 months consecutively within their lifetime, at some point in their life. I really do.
Definitely.
Because y'all don't know how to act. Y'all customers, you don't know how to act.
They do not know how to
You
act.
don't know how to act. And
Mm-mm.
I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been the customer and I've been back there. I've been part of the crew. And let me tell y'all, it's given me a different level of sympathy and empathy for those
Hmm.
workers. And it's given me a different
Immediately.
level of patience, I think, as well for people
Definitely.
because people
Although
are slow.
I will never work fast food again.
The customer is never right. I will never work fast food again either.
Mm-mm.
I
I'll do
probably would
retail,
sooner work at
maybe.
Amazon before I work at fast food.
Ooh.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh no. Oh
That's a
no,
lie.
I flip a few burgers before I do that. Before I ever clock
How
in.
about those fryers?
When I tell you, I'll never forget, y'all. I was a little broke. I was desperate for money. And Amazon was looking good.
They're always hiring. They're always hiring.
I mean, I was like, it was the little overnight shift, so I was gonna be making like $1 more. I was like, okay, I could knock this out for a little summer. My friend called me. She said, don't do it. I said, okay, it's
No,
never that
because you have
serious.
to really give the tea for real. I remember that, and you did not understand your schedule.
I didn't.
It said something like 3 to 7, and then
Yeah.
like 10 to 6 or something, and you were
Mhm.
thinking it was like day shifts, and I was like, Tina, do you see those hours?
Yeah.
This is the nighttime. Said,
They were trying. I'm saying, I don't even know if that's like physically possible for a person to do them things. And that's what we
honestly,
talk about.
shout out to those Amazon workers. I think they're on
Burn
strike right
out.
now.
Yeah, they should be.
They should be. Get what you owe.
Yeah.
Get what you owe. That's what I'm talking about. This system.
Mm-mm.
Because those hours are heinous.
I'm telling you, it's the burnout. It's the burnout, bro. You
Heinous
can literally
hours.
not sit here and work people like a dog for hours and hours and hours. That's my whole
And
thing
then pay
about
them
the whole
$17 an hour.
right. And this person to come back. When do you sleep? When do you
And then
eat?
they be working like hella years.
Like
Like
what?
they've been there like 5 years, so loyal to the company, giving so much of their life. And you want to give them a 35-cent bonus at the
Mm,
end of the year
yeah.
for a raise.
Literally when I started to really grasp and like my frontal lobe started forming that I'm really exchanging time for money.
Right. Because time,
Yeah, you can't get
time is the
back.
real currency.
That's the real currency. You cannot get that back. You're sitting here looking at, oh, I'm making $15 an hour. No, you're giving an hour for $15.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's real as hell because sometimes you ever finish working and you 2 weeks go by, you get your check and you're like, damn, hold on, didn't I spend a little bit of time at this place? Like the
Literally,
check don't match the
I'm
hours.
saying like even when you go to go get a meal, it's like $10 and some cents. You're gonna tell me this is 45 minutes of my time?
That is somebody's current salary.
Current
Their
salary.
current hourly wage is $10 an hour. Do you know how much money a Big Dave's meal is? You get a large, that's running up to like $23. Sick,
Mm,
sick. But
mm-mm.
it's all right,
No, there's limits to this. I mean, there's just certain jobs I will refuse to take.
Yeah, fast food is definitely bottom of the barrel. Waitressing is actually below fast food for me. Like I tried it. I did have that one waitressing job for like a day. Again after my hospital job, and I literally was like, fuck, no.
I knew I couldn't be a waitress.
I was literally like the first 2 hours I was in like a groove. I'm like, okay, wait,
That
I'm gonna
time
eat
going.
because let me tell you how it started actually. It was like it was like I signed up because I wanted to be a waitress, but everybody starts as like a busboy. So I
Mm,
was like in my head, I was like, but during the interview, she was like, yeah, if you get it quickly, which you shouldn't have a problem with doing, like in 2 weeks you'll be a waitress. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't really have any other options.
that
So
don't sound too bad now. Okay.
I get there, everything's cool, we got the groove going. Mind you, this is like a Korean barbecue place. So you have
Mm,
to like man those grills when you clean them. You gotta, there's like all these different like tools you have to use to get the grills out. So I'm like, after those first 2 hours, I started to realize, hold on, what the hell am I working so hard for? And because I had to like clean the tables and the chairs. You got to get in there, sweep,
mm,
mop, scrub. When they told me to clean the bathroom, that's what I knew I wasn't coming back.
mm,
So I was like, this shit's get a fucking janitor. I'm not about to sit here and clean the bathroom. The public
mm.
bathroom. I'm sorry. I just have a thing about germs. I can't. I
Oh,
can't.
you just
I literally
unlocked a
gave it like a
memory for
wipe
me.
down. Oh, what was it?
You unlocked a memory for me. When I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, right? I'm like 17 years old. Like they had me cleaning the bathrooms too. So I manned the front and I had to clean the bathroom. But honestly, I really didn't have no problem with cleaning the bathroom at the time
Oh,
because
you
I was
better
like,
than me.
it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that bad usually. Like,
Mm.
because like people just come in for like donuts, coffee, leave. Sometimes use the bathroom, but not crazy.
Okay.
Bro, I'll never forget. I opened the bathroom to clean it. There was shit everywhere. I clocked out. I clocked out.
No
No,
way.
I get paid $8.50 an hour. You think I'm cleaning up shit?
What the
And it
hell?
was everywhere. Like, I mean, it was on the floor, the toilet, the sink, and
Do y'all have no, and this is what I mean about customers.
like,
Because
yeah,
I mean, it's like they're so entitled. Like, yes, you're here to be served, but that's an exchange for you serving me with respect.
we have one
Because,
bathroom,
oh,
and it's for employees too. Like, it's not, yeah, it's there's not like an employees only. No, no, no. This is the
yeah, I remember those joint
bathroom.
bathrooms. Disgusting, disgusting. Like, I remember I used to, this is not on the same scale, but I used to get so pissed off when I was working at Wendy's and people would it's the little things. They wouldn't like clean off their tray. And I don't even mean scrub it down. I just mean there's ketchup all on the tray. You have
Oh
your
no.
leftover food all on the tray. Like it's a tray. It's a cafeteria tray. You are not eating at the Ritz, okay? I'm not supposed to pick up your plate and go back and wash it for you. Like you take your cafeteria tray, you dump your tinfoiled wrap burger into the rest of the trash, and that's that.
That's
Why
that.
am I cleaning up after you to this degree? Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
That used to blow me.
Yeah.
I
No.
remember spending hours sitting there just wiping trays. Oh my god, PTSD.
No, definitely
Those days
PTSD.
are over. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my job.
Mm-hmm.
As much shit I'm about to
Same.
talk, grateful for the job. Grateful. Anywho,
Definitely. The job taught me a lot, enjoyed myself while I was there. But
like I'm saying, I think customer service, especially fast food and stuff, necessary evil, but it is evil first and foremost. It's evil. It's a
very.
different type of experience. Oh my gosh. And that reminded me because there, like when I was working at my last job, one of my bosses, he used to say, like, oh, my son, he's so irresponsible. And, I give him an allowance. He mentioned he gave him an allowance. And I was kind of like, I mean, okay. But he would talk about him like breaking into his liquor cabinet and stuff and just all this stupid teenage stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, he needs to work a job. Like,
Yeah,
and I don't mean
definitely. Give
no
him some
nepo
structure.
job
Mm-mm.
that you got him. I mean, he needs to go clock in and apply at Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, like everybody else did, start from
Yeah.
the ground up and see how he comes back. See how his attitude changes. Just watch. Just watch.
Got to.
Need that. That changes you as a person.
Yes.
It
And
humbles you.
honestly, Those jobs are needed. And that's the crazy
They
part about
are.
all of them. They're important jobs, but I do think they also need a much bigger raise. We need to
I
raise the
think so
minimum
too.
wage
Entirely.
in general, but
Like, what is
like
it, 750? Who's
yeah,
living off of that?
somebody in the yeehaw middle of nowhere. I probably. I
750
mean,
is
I
like,
there's just no
I
way.
wouldn't, even if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't work a job for 750.
What?
Like, what?
750 is nothing. I
Like,
don't even
you're in
think
the negatives.
there's not many meals you can buy for 750.
You can't even leave the store these days without spending $50 on 3 items. I don't even think you can buy toothpaste for less than 750, a carton of
Because
eggs.
all these prices are increasing, but the minimum wage
Got
isn't. So
enough to
I'm
pay
kind of,
though.
you know, hmm,
That doesn't sit right with me.
me neither.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Sorry. Anywho, let's get into these stories. I'm
Let's
excited to
go. Me too.
spill.
I'm just excited to react.
Okay, so we have a lot of different stories here. Um, we got some volunteers. I guess I'll start with I'll start with this one. So this was from, well, they're all anonymous, so I'm gonna just go ahead and list off the story, but this was not me, nor Tina. Just know that I posted something on my Instagram and some people responded.
Yeah.
So we have this girl was working at Starbucks and she said she was already having a really hard day. And it was 6 a.m. because, she had to open. So she's literally opening up the store, just locked, put in the key. And
Hmm.
someone comes up to her and tries to order. They mumble the order. And so she didn't hear them. And he's like, "What are you not getting? Do you have my order?" And she's like, it's so early, like, sir, it's too early for this. And he repeats it. She makes the order, and he's like, sorry about that. I haven't had my coffee yet. I can say from personal experience of working the morning shift, that's exactly what people are like.
Yes.
Rude.
Yes, very.
Why does your humanity have to defrost? Like when you wake up in the
No,
morning,
literally.
you need a cup of coffee to be a decent human being?
I just
Like,
feel like they only do that when you check them. That's the
not
only
so.
time they're like, oh, I haven't had my coffee.
I
You
think it's
know,
also just like that's really the darkest part of customer service is like getting bitched all day. Like
all day.
you're literally slaving away for $12 an hour to get bitched all day, and you have to take it and serve it with a smile. I actually saw this TikTok. It was so funny. Like there was this girl. She's talking about how she had to train her customers, and because they came in basically, "Hey, how are you? 6 piece lemon pepper." She like sprayed them. He's like, I mean, how are you? I'm good." That is so real.
That's real.
The amount of times, especially when I was working at Walgreens, I'd literally be like, "Hey, how are you?" People just act like they don't hear you at all. They would not say anything back.
I would honestly have like multiple different reactions. I think it's just because the person I am, like, you're gonna acknowledge me. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll never forget I was working and somebody came up to me, started their order without even saying hello. So I just looked at them back. And they were
Because they need to be trained. Like I think there needs to be some type of
like, we're not
customer
doing
training.
that.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, like did your parents raise you? Like who were you raised by to have this little of respect for people who are making your food, who are handling your food? I don't know what I'm doing back there. Not that I'm doing anything.
Sometimes I wonder those type of customers, what jobs they work at. And I
That's what
know
I'm
they
saying.
have to work at some type of stressful environment that forces that onto them. Because honestly, the way how people
They're
treat
not happy.
exactly, it's a reflection of how they feel about themselves. So then, because I had a mixture. I had customers that were like super lively, super nice, came up to me and made we had good conversation, honestly. So then you have the customers who are, you know, rude.
Yeah, they just want to. It's just like a little interaction that they're not going to think about for the rest of the day, and that's fine. But like,
Yeah,
we can still have a human interaction. Like like
literally, like not
where's
a
your
robot. I just
humanity?
have an apron on.
Literally, like I still have a life. But
Hmm.
do you ever think about that sometimes, like working in those types of jobs? Like because you know how like you've been on the other end, so it's like you see people who are like working like fast food or something, and you're like you never think about them again. Like that was you for some people. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I used to think about
Dang.
that all the time, especially when I would
Yeah.
see like regulars and they don't remember
Yeah.
you.
Ooh,
Oh my God. But you know what's worse?
when they do outside of work.
I was that too, but
Mhm.
also like being a regular somewhere. Like it depends on the place, but like it's
I
kind of
hate being a regular too.
hate it. It's like, damn, okay, you're pocket watching right now. Like you can relax,
No, but I'm not gonna lie. For my regulars, I would always be like, dang, you got a lot of
right?
money
So
against
it's
me.
like I get
I
it. I
get
get it.
it. But honestly, I like seeing them because I knew
It's
they're
not even that. It's just like for me, I'm thinking about a specific time. Like I remember I was ordering wings. I always get the same lunch order. And I came to pick it up and she was like, on the phone you said you wanted two ranches, but don't you usually get three? And I was like, yes. I would like a third, actually. You're
Oh
right. You're
my
right.
God,
Thank
you're
you.
right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for that.
Thanks. Like you just told me I come here too often. That's basically what you said.
No,
Basically,
literally.
said get the hell out. Okay.
Hmm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mm,
But that's why it's such a red flag when people are mean to customer service workers. Like, I'm looking at you crazy. There's
right,
something off
right,
with you.
right. Deeply.
Hmm.
Um, okay, let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
Um, okay. So basically this one is for it wasn't about me, but this girl at my job, she works there full time. 'Cause I only work part-time. So this girl at my job, she works, I think maybe like a 35-hour work week. And
Mhm.
she was asking about sick time and, like PTO and stuff. They told her that one sick hour is 30 hours. You have to work 30 hours to accumulate one sick hour. Mind you,
Oh,
girl works 35 hours a week. Do you know how long she has to work for an entire
oh my
day?
gosh, that's horrible.
That's horrible. One sick hour. Mind you, the place makes money. They make money.
Oh, I know they do.
So it's like, what am I exchanging here? I'm not having any type of grace. It's like if you don't come to work, you're not getting any money, basically. So PTO, all of that. It's the fact that you even have to like fight for stuff like that is like ridiculous.
Yes.
Especially like because like she's there all the time. Like you're giving so much of your time anyways. But for that to be like, where is the reciprocation there? Like the ratio was just off.
Because if you think about it, these companies rely on you being broke
They do because they want you to come back. God forbid you find something else. God forbid.
and they make sure they keep your time so you don't have any ways to make money outside of there.
Exactly. Like you don't even have time. You come home from work and you're just tired. But me, somebody like me, I'm on Indeed on the clock.
Yeah.
So one thing about me, I'm gonna find me a job.
No, hello.
But that's still like really insane. Like they do not care about you at all.
Exactly.
At
Like
all.
I'm fortunate enough to like return to my internship that actually I felt like prioritize my mental health, prioritize my time, like not on you, like making sure you're trying to finish every little thing, like, and
Mm,
I'm good at my job, but like also I enjoy my work environment, so it helps me
that's
be
nice. That
productive,
helps.
you know. So
That
it's
helps.
also just it's kind of hard because good jobs are unfortunately scarce. So
Yeah, hard to find, unfortunately. Um, because people just want to pay you shit and reap off of your work
hmm,
and don't want you to complain about it. Don't do that.
literally.
Don't make that mistake.
Hmm.
Okay, let's
But we
move on to
only
the
have
next one.
2.5 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Well, damn, we didn't really get to the stories of it all. It's
I
okay though.
know,
It's okay. This is why you have to come back for more.
got to.
Okay. So, what tea were you sipping on today?
I had a good lemon immune system boost tea, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because these hoes are sick of me. I got to make sure.
Oh, give him a break. Give him a break.
Gotta give it a break. So, I gotta boost my immune system.
Yeah. Thankfully, I have not. I've escaped a winter of being sick. Thank God I've not been sick all winter. Don't want to jinx it, but I have not.
Hmm.
And
So, what
I've
are
been
you
more focused on my digestive issues. I got some peppermint tea.
doing? Hmm.
Provide going in. Helps with digestion.
Period.
and be very hydrated. Skin
Hmm.
tea, hormones tea.
Period.
Exactly.
But yeah, we hope you guys love this episode and yeah, comment
Thanks for
for
watching.
other things you want us to do.
Bye.
Bye.